They brought a man into a quiet room and told him he was there for a memory test. At first, it was harmless. Every time a red light turned on, he heard a soft chime. Nothing scary, just repetition. But then they changed one thing. When the red light appeared, they blasted a sudden alarm behind him. Loud, violent, unexpected. He jumped every time. They kept going. Red light, alarm. Red light, alarm. After a while, they stopped the noise. But something strange happened. The red light came on again, and his heart started racing. No sound, no threat, just fear. Soon, it got worse. Red signs, brake lights, exit signs, all of them made him panic. His brain had learned the pattern too well. And here's the scary part. He was released before the experiment ended, which means no one ever taught his brain how to stop being afraid.
When a road breaks apart, workers move in to secure the area, clearing away loose pavement and debris. Hot asphalt is poured into the cracks and pressed down firmly, pulling the broken edges back together. At first, the surface is dark and uneven as the material settles into place.
Gradually, layers of asphalt and gravel fuse, creating a strong new foundation. Fresh material fills the weak spots, and with time, passing traffic helps compress everything into a solid surface. New lines are painted, restoring order and direction.
After a few weeks, the barriers come down, the road is smooth once again, ready for daily use, with little sign of the damage that once ran through it. You might think crushing a frozen soda can would just bend the metal.
But soda is packed with dissolved gas. When it freezes, the liquid expands, trapping pressure inside, while the aluminum shell turns brittle. So when you squeeze it, the can doesn't crumple. It shatters, releasing all that pressure at once, blasting sharp metal and icy soda outward before you even have time to react.
The ship crashed between two massive icebergs, launching the man onto a frozen sheet of ice. He could only watch as polar bears tore into his crewmates one by one. When a bear charged at him, he fought back with his knife and killed it. But moments later, he realized the bear had a cub. With no way to survive alone, he made an impossible choice. He raised the cub as his own. He taught her to fish, to hunt, and to trust him. As she grew, she protected him, fighting off other bears and keeping him alive in the frozen wasteland. They survived like this for 6 long years. Eventually, rescuers arrived and took the man home, but the bear who saved his life was left behind on the ice.
In the heart of a quiet forest, a colony of fireflies discovered a patch of glowing flowers. Each firefly that found a flower would pulse its light in a specific rhythm, signaling the others where to gather. As more fireflies arrived, they added their own flashes to the pattern, making the signal brighter, more enticing. But one night, a few fireflies wandered in circles near the center of the cluster. Their lights created loops in the signal, and the other fireflies kept following the glowing ring, adding their own flashes to it. The original path to the flowers faded, replaced by an endless spiral of light. Fireflies kept circling for hours, drawn by the increasingly bright loop, until the forest was left eerily dark, the flowers untouched, and the exhausted insects scattered or collapsed. A brilliant signal turned deadly.
If you grab a cactus, your skin is about to lose the fight. Those tiny spines don't just poke you, they snap off inside your flesh. And if you try to pull them out with your fingers, you'll break them even deeper. But there's a trick. Instead of tweezers, you spread a thin layer of glue over the area. Wait a few seconds. As it dries, the glue wraps around every spine at once. Then you peel it off in one smooth motion. Because the force is spread evenly, the spines come out intact. No snapping, no leftovers. Your skin survives. The cactus wins emotionally. You're stranded on an island. No tools, no mirror, just the sun and your head. So you shave your hair off with a sharp shell. You scrub your scalp with sand and seawater. Then you rub it down with coconut oil until it's shiny. Now your head isn't just a head. It's a signal mirror. By tilting and nodding, sunlight reflects off your smooth scalp, creating bright flashes that could catch the attention of a passing plane or ship. But then you get another idea. If it can reflect sunlight, could it start a fire? So you try to angle your head just right, aiming the light at a single spot. But here's the problem. Your head is round, not flat. Instead of focusing the light into one hot point, it spreads the energy everywhere. After minutes of trying, nothing ignites, except your scalp. And instead of a campfire, you're left with a painful sunburn and a reminder that survival isn't as easy as it looks. When you get stitches, a doctor drives a needle straight through your skin. Thread follows, pulling the wound shut, forcing torn flesh back together. Your body immediately goes into repair mode. The area swells and burns as immune cells flood in. New cells rapidly multiply, replacing what was destroyed. Under the surface, collagen fibers begin weaving fresh skin. Tiny blood vessels grow into the gap, feeding the new tissue oxygen and nutrients. Day by day, the wound seals itself closed. And once the skin is strong enough to survive on its own, the stitches are removed, leaving behind a scar that proves your body rebuilt itself. If you're trapped inside an elevator that suddenly starts filling with water, most people panic and try to force the doors open. But the pressure makes that impossible. Instead, stay calm. Take slow breaths and look for any pocket of air near the ceiling. As the water rises, remove heavy clothing to stay buoyant. If the elevator fully floods, wait. Once the pressure inside matches the outside, the doors may loosen. Use your legs to push off the wall and swim upward. If you stay calm and conserve energy, you increase your chances of making it out alive.
They knew the snakes could be used if handled carefully. Using smoke and cloth, they restrained the animals, binding their heads so they could not strike. Then they sealed them inside clay pots. As the pots were carried along the city walls, the snakes inside grew restless, then violent. When the enemy advanced, the defenders released their weapon. The pots were thrown. Clay shattered on impact. Angry snakes spilled out into the soldiers' ranks, biting exposed legs and feet. Panic spread faster than any command. Screams replaced orders, and the attack fell apart, forcing the enemy to retreat.